Welcome to Formula Drift Insider. I am Brian Sage. Well, we finally made it to the last episode of the year, and we've got a good one for you. First up, we list our final and top 3 moments from the 10 years in Formula Drift, and then we'll turn it over to the championship contenders for words from each of them as we head into the last event of the year and the final event to conclude our 10 championship seasons. First up, number 3 on our top 10 moments in the 10 years of FD. Number 3 is what many consider to be the reason for the fast rise and growth of Formula Drift in recent years. This particular item is one of the many ways, but probably the most important way in which FD communicates with the rest of the world. Known ubiquitously as the Drift Stream, the Formula Drift live stream started as a small one-camera stream and then turned into a multi-camera, high-def operation with over 16 hours of broadcast each event weekend. Over 200,000 unique IPs tune into every drift stream every round, and over the course of the season, that translates to 1.5 million unique IPs watching arguably the largest motorsports stream in the world. And for that, it sits at number 3 on our list. All right, on to number 2. Number 2, for me, was the single most important event ever produced in the world of drifting. In 2008, with the help of Red Bull, Formula Drift created the Red Bull Drifting World Championship, an event that brought together 32 of the world's top drifters from all corners of the world to answer this question: who is the best drifter in the world? The event took place at a secret location in an unknown port in Long Beach. Attendees were bussed in from the Long Beach Convention Center and treated to the first ever Top 32 competition on a custom-built track with entry speeds near 110 miles per hour. Over 15,000 people attended the event, which was set against the backdrops of fires that were burning across Southern California, shutting down the freeways and created a red-orange tint in the air. Even ash was lightly falling at the event. It was so visually surreal in so many ways, but at the end of the day, Reese Millen was crowned the first ever World Drifting Champion. And since that time, no other event of such a magnitude has taken place. It will forever live on as the pinnacle of the sport. Finally, our number 1 moment in the 10 years of Formula Drift is not just a moment or an event or a winner, but is the creation of Formula Drift itself. Born in the aftermath of the D1 Grand Prix inaugural event at Irwindale Speedway and produced by Slipstream Global, the first ever major drifting event to take place in the US was the catalyst and decision for the drivers that you see today to become professional drifters. After D1, there was no home for the US drifters to go and compete on a national level. Nothing for Vaughn Gittin Jr., Reese Millen, Sam Lee Hubinett, Chris Forsberg, and many others. And because of that very reason, and because drifting is the most awesomest thing since sliced bread, a national professional series was needed. It is because those drivers' passion and their commitment that the birth of Formula Drift became possible. And it is also because the fans embraced the sport from the beginning and allowed it to become what it is today. And so our number 1 moment in the 10 years of Formula Drift is the series itself. A sincere and heartfelt thank you goes out to all those that helped make this vision and dream possible. Okay, so in just 1 week and some change, the series will be over. We will know who our champion is. When the dust settles, or the smoke rather, we will have concluded 10 great years, and just one driver will be standing atop the heap, claiming his right to the spoils of victory of what are sure to be some amazing battles. We leave you today with our final interviews of the Formula Drift Insider season by giving you some words from our championship contenders.
I always expect the competition to be really fierce out here. Everybody just seems to get better and better. Driver-wise, equipment-wise, teams, it just keeps getting bigger and better. So, I mean, our speeds get higher, the cars get more grip, more smoke. I knew it was going to be crazy. Every year gets crazier, so I knew I had to come out with that attitude and know that I really had to push myself to be able to win, and we were able to do that. So, I mean, that was a great feeling.
You know, the championship's really going to come down to Irwindale. It's been like that the last couple years. Last year, you know, I'm biting my nails hoping that Daigo got knocked out early. And this year, you know, it's the same thing.
When you're coming into Irwindale, it's different for everybody. You got 2, maybe 3 guys fighting for that championship, and everyone else is literally just trying to go out with a bang.
Honestly, I'm scared of every single one of them because you have the rookies that can just pull it out of the bag and just lay down crazy runs. You have the calculated top dogs, and in the end, you end up being your own worst enemy. So it really is anyone's game, and I think that anyone can really lay it down out here.
As for a driver, every time you pull up that line, it's a whole new battle. You know, whether it's practice after qualifying's over or if it's actual tandem competition. You know, that run, that's the one that matters.
Well, that wraps up this episode and this season of Formula Drift Insider. Thank you all for tuning in and watching me do my best not to ruin the show. Thanks to Shabin and Richie and the Send It crew for staying up late to produce these shows, and thanks to all the sponsors who made this possible. Finally, thanks to the FD crew and staff who've been incredibly supportive and understanding in our need to get content out about the series. Jim, Brian, Andy, Miles, Kevin, Steve, Sesso, BK, and of course our Cassidy, you guys are the best. As always, get us on social media and tune in next week for the last round of the year, as I'll be tweeting throughout the event. So hit me up if you have anything to say. Till next time and next year.